So in yesterday's class, we have solved 3 problems on minor losses, that is sudden contraction and sudden enlargement we have seen. And we'll solve one more problem, last problem, where it is a combination of both. Okay, so if you see the diagram here, what happening, the pipe is this pipe is in between, it is connected to a smaller pipe. Two sides pipe is there, longer size of diameter 50 centimeters, and the smaller pipe is connected in between these two. So what we will do here is we'll take two parts, that is section 1 for this part where it is sudden contraction, and again one more part where it is sudden expansion. So two things we need to do here. We need to divide the pipe into two segments, and then we'll use Bernoulli's equation at the two parts under section 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4. Right. So first we'll read the question what he has given in the problem. So in the figure below, when a sudden contraction is introduced in a horizontal pipeline from 50 centimeter to 25 centimeter. Okay. So the outer diameter, the bigger diameter is 50 centimeters at both ends. In between, it is suddenly contracted, whose diameter is 25 centimeter. Okay. So the pressure change from 10,500 kg per meter square. So see here the pressure is given in kg per meter square, but we need pressure in terms of Newton per meter square. Okay. So we need to convert this kg per meter square into Newton per meter square. So what we need to do for the conversion of kg per meter square to Newton per meter square?
Into 9.81.
Right, very good. So we need to multiply this term with 9.81 to get the pressure in terms of Newton per meter square. Okay, so same thing here. So this is the pressure inside the 50 centimeter pipe diameter. So that is pressure 1 we can take. So this is the pressure in the second pipe, which is smaller diameter, that is 6900 kg per meter square. Right. So what he's asking here is calculate the rate of flow. So he's asking the discharge in the pipe. Assume coefficient of contraction. So since here two things are there, one is enlargement, one is contraction. So the coefficient of contraction is given, that is 0.65. So we need to use the formula with contraction, where we have contraction formula is there. That formula we need to use, that is hc equal to v2 square by 2g into 1 by cc minus 1 whole square. So that formula we have seen yesterday, that formula we need to use. Okay. So following this, if there is a sudden enlargement from 25 to 50, so again what happened? First he said it is contracted, and again he's telling that it is suddenly enlarged here from 25 to 50. So from 25 to 50 it is again enlarged, and if the pressure at the 25 centimeter pipe here is again same thing, P3 is 6900 kg per meter square, what is the pressure at the 50 centimeter enlarged section? So he's asking to find the pressure at the enlarged section here. So if you see the pipe here diagram, so what we are doing, first we are taking the section 1 at the 50 here, so whose pressure is given. Next, at the contraction part, we are taking a section 2, whose pressure is also given. Yes, Ravikant, please mute yourself. Right. So after that, what is happening? Following that, again a sudden enlargement is done at the here. So sudden enlargement is again here. So P3 is given again same thing, that is 6900 kg per meter square, and he's asking to find the pressure at the fourth section. Okay, so please copy the question, and you can draw the diagram also. Just a little bit faster, you can copy the question. Okay, then you can write down the given data. Yes, I will go for the next slide. Okay, so in the given data, first, shall I wait here for the question? Yes, anybody? Or still writing the question, they can inform me, or else I will start with given data. Then, so first write on the given data. So diameter of the larger pipe in the section 1, or you can write diameter at the section 1 D1 is given as 50 centimeter. So 50 centimeter is taken as 50 by 100 meter. So that is 0.5 meter. So you can find the area. So A1 equal to pi by 4 into 0.5 square. Yes, please tell me the area. What is the value?
0.196.
0.196 meter square. So next at the section 2, diameter at the section 2 D2 is 25 centimeter is given. So that is 0.25 meter. So area becomes pi by 4 into 0.25 square. Yes, tell me the area.
0.049
0.49
meter
meter
square.
square. Right. So next he has given the pressure in the larger pipe or pressure at the section 1 as P1 as 10,500 kg per centimeter square. So convert this in terms of Newton per meter square. So you need to multiply this 10,500 into 9.81. So multiply with 9.81, then you will get P1 value in terms of Newton per meter square. Yes, 10,500 into 9.81.
Sir, into 10 power 4 sir.
Into 10 power 4, here you see it is kg. If it is in Newton per centimeter square, you need to do 10 power 4. Here we need to convert kg to Newton. Okay, so for conversion
Centimeter
of,
to meter hoga, sir.
one second. Question what is given meter square is correct. This is meter square already given. Okay, if it is given in centimeter square, at that time again you need to write into 10 power 4. Okay, but in question you can see it is given as 10,500 kg per meter square. Okay, right. So we need to multiply only into 9.8. Yes, please tell me this. Tell me the value P1 after multiplying with 9.81.
103,005.
Right. Okay. So similarly for the smaller pipe, again he has given 6,900 kg per meter square. So multiply the 6,900 into 9.81 to get in terms of Newton per meter square.
67689, sir.
67689 Newton per meter square. So 1 minute, if you see the diagram in the previous question, you see here what is P3 also given. P3 also same thing, that is 6900 kg per meter square. So here you can write P2, which is also equal to P3. Okay. Is equals to same thing, right? Since in the diagram you can see here, in the smaller pipe the pressure is constant. So since we are doing the two sections, P2 and P3 both are same here. Similarly, the velocity in the P2 and velocity at P2 and velocity at third section V2 and V3 also will be same. So that when we are finding, we can see that. Okay, so up to here you can copy the given data. And what is the other things which he has given? He has given CC value also. So CC is 0.65. Right, after writing this, please write down. Next, coefficient of contraction CC is equals to 0.65. Okay, so CC is given 0.65. Now, already we know the formula for finding loss of head due to the contraction, sudden contraction. Right, so first what we are doing, we are considering for this first section, nothing but, and between section 1 and section 2, we are going to find the unknown terms. Right, so first we are going finding the head loss due to contraction, because if you see the diagram, first what is happening from the 50 centimeter diameter, it is becoming to 25 centimeter diameter. So it is contraction here, reduced in diameter. So we are going to find head loss due to contraction. Since CC value is given, you need to use this formula. Suppose in the problem, if CC is not given, so you can use HC is equals to 0.5 into V2 square by 2G. Right, remember that. So here CC value is given. So please substitute this value of CC 0.65. So you'll get one number here that you tell me. I'll write here. After substituting of CC value, you'll get a number. What is the value?
.2899, sir.
0.2899 V2 square by 2g, right? So why we are taking this? Because we don't know V2 here. Since discharge value is not given to us, we cannot find any velocities. We cannot find V1, V2 or anything. If discharge is given, half the problem will be solved because we can directly find velocities there by using the discharge. Right. So now what we are doing, we are taking the continuity equation for the section 1 and 2 between the first section 1 and 2. So what we know A1 V1 equal to A2 V2. So from that we can find V1 equal to A2 V2 by A1. So A1, whether we have founded areas? No. So first find areas A2 and V1. Okay. So we can write here directly. If you have not found there, what is there? Pi by 4 D2 square and pi by 4 D1 square. So pi by 4 and pi by 4 gets cancelled. So what will be left here? We can write D2 square divided by D1 square. So now you can do D2 square by D1 square. So D2 value is 0.25 by 0.5. 0.25 square by 0.5 square. So what you will get here, you can tell me. If you have any confusion in that, first find areas. So areas already we have found out, sorry. So this is 0.049 divided by 0.96. Yes. So what you'll get here? V1 equal to
0.25, sir.
0.25 V2. Right. So all the terms we are taking in terms of V2 only. So take V1 also in terms of V2. So V1 what we got is we get V1 equal to 0.25 V2. Right. So now for finding the V2 value, since we don't know V2, he has given pressure 1 and pressure 2 values. So now we can find V2 by using the Bernoulli's equation between the sections 1, 1 to section 2, 2. Right. So write the formula P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g is equals to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus what is happening between 1, 1 and 1, 2? It is sudden contraction. So the loss of head will be because of the contraction, that is HC. Right. This one HC should be written here since there is a loss because of the contraction. And Z1 and Z2 is not written since the pipe is horizontal, right? So I'm going for the next slide. Okay, so same thing I have written here. So already we have found out HC value, what we got here, 0.2899 V2 square by 2g. So substitute this value here in terms of HC. That is 0.2899 V2 square by 2g. So I have substituted this value in the place of HC. Okay, so now you can substitute P1 value, P2 value, and all the terms which you know. So I'm writing here. So what is the value which we got of P1? So P1 is 103,005 by 1000 is the density of water. Rho into G is 9.81. So V1 already we have found out in terms of V2, that is V1 equal to 0.25 V2. So substitute in place of V1, that is 0.25 V2 square, 0.25 V2 square by 2 into 9.81. Next, what is P2 value? P2 is 676.89, which you already calculated by 1000 into 9.81 into V2 square by 2g again, plus this value 0.2899 V2 square by 2g. So in all the terms, if you see, okay. So if you want, you can remove G first from all the terms because everywhere if you see G is there here. So neglect G value, you can remove the G value for calculation. It will be easy. Then you can find velocity. So please tell me the velocity. Calculate the velocity here. So find V2 from the above equation. Calculate it slowly. It is very lengthy actually. Slowly you can do it. Yes, anybody who has calculated V2 value, inform me.
Sir, I got 7.5859.
7.585. Okay, 7.5859 meter per second. Yes, good. Yes, anybody else who got the same thing or any different answer, you can tell me.
8.245.
Right. I think you have to check your answer. It is 7.58. Actually, it's correct value. 7.586 or 5859, same thing. Okay. So V2 value we got now, that is 7.5859 meter per second. So now we can find HC by substituting V2 here. Okay, please do that. Tell me the value of HC. So 7.586 whole square by 2 into 9.81 into
0.850, sir.
which one? HC. 0 point
HC, sir. 0.8504. 850.
meter. Okay. 8504 or 850 meter. So this is the loss of head because of the contraction. So now we can find, since he is asking also to find the rate of flow, we can use V2 for finding this one. So A2 is already there, 0.0490 into 7.58. You'll get your discharge value. Yes, please tell me the discharge value.
0.371, sir.
371 meter cube per second. Right. So this problem is not yet finished because he's asking one more term. What is that? He's asking to find the pressure at the 50 centimeter enlarged section. Nothing but at this part, we need to find the pressure. Okay. So now what we will do, we'll use the Bernoulli's equation between the section 3.3 and section 4.4. So already we have the discharge now. So throughout the pipe, the discharge will be constant. So now we can take Q3 equal to Q4. Nothing but discharge at the section 3 is equal to discharge at section 4. So in that way you can do, and you can find velocities easily. Then you can find the pressure P4 by using the Bernoulli's equation again. Okay. So what we'll do now, we'll apply the Bernoulli's equation at section 3.3 and section 4.4 here in between these two sections. Okay. So what we'll get the Bernoulli's equation, since we're taking it as section 3. So P3 by rho g plus V3 square by 2g is equals to P4 by rho g plus V4 square by 2g plus what is the loss happening here? If you see here, the pipe is getting enlarged. So loss of head is taking place because of the enlarged part of the pipe. So what you'll get HE here, E, enlarged loss. Loss of head due to sudden enlargement. So already we have found P3 and P2 before only. So that is 68. What is given to us? 67689 meters, sorry, Newton per meter square. Right, this is already given in the question. You can see here P3 is 6900 kg per meter square. So into 9.81 already we have done that. So that we get here. Next, if you see for section 2 and 3, it is actually a common pipe. So VT will be equal to V2. So V2 already we have calculated. So V3 is there with us. That is 7.586 meter per second. So now, if you do the same thing like this. 1 second. So what we have done here is between A1, B1 equal to A2, V2, we have calculated V1 in terms of V2. So since if you see for section 3 and 4 also the same areas will be there. A3 and A4 same areas. So from that we can find V4 is equals to 0.25 V3. Yes, if you have this doubt, how I'm writing directly, you can solve the equation, that is A3 V3 is equals to A4 V4. Then you can find A4 equal to 0.25 V3 you will get. Okay. Any doubt in this? How I wrote here? Let's write one more step here. What is that? Okay, so here what we'll get? A3, B3, A4, V4. So from this I am taking V4. V4 equal to A3, V3 by A4. So from this, if you solve again A3 by A4. So what is A3 with a smaller diameter? Okay, so area of smaller diameter is 0.04908 divided by 0.1963. If you do, again you get 0.25. That's why V4 equal to 0.25 times of V3. So since already we have V3 here, if you substitute the value here, you'll get V4 value, that is 1.8965 meters per second. Okay, so now we can find HE directly since we have V3 and V4. Okay, so substitute the values of velocity 3 and 4 here. Okay, please substitute the values here and you can find HE. 7.586 minus 1.8965 whole square by 2 into 9.81.
One point six four nine eight, sir.
1.6498
Six four
meter.
nine eight.
Right, thank you.
Sir.
So HE is 1.6498 meter. So after finding HE, now again what you can do substitute all the values in the Bernoulli's equation to find the unknown term, which is P4. So P3 by rho g, V2, V3 square by 2g. Substitute all the values here. So what is P3? Already we know 67689 by 1000. V3 already we have 6 square by V4 we don't know. V4 is there. 0.8965 square. HE value is there. So HE is 1.6498. Right. So after solving this, you can find P4. So P4 equal to you get by meter. Okay, so find P4 by solving these terms here.
Sir,
7849
7849 7849 2.11.
Right. Okay. So this is the final pressure in the pipe after enlargement at section 4. Yes, you can copy now this. If you have completed this, you can inform me. Yes, can you go for the next slide? So this, we have taken two types of minor losses, that is loss of head due to sudden contraction and sudden enlargement. Next, we'll go for the next remaining things. Okay. Yes, can you go for the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So after first two types of loss, minor losses,
Yes, sir.
next I'm going for the remaining things, that is loss of head at the entrance of the pipe. Okay. So this is the loss of energy which occurs when the liquid enters a pipe connecting from a large tank or a reservoir. So when we see if a pipe is connected to a large tank or reservoir, so there will be some loss at the inlet of the pipe. So that loss is calculated by this HI equal to 0.5 V2 square by 2G. Okay, so this is actually V square, not V2. So HI, so I is nothing but at the inlet or entrance of the pipe, right? So again, we cannot take E because we have taken at the sudden enlargement. So that's why we are taking HI as the symbol or denotation for the entrance of the pipe. Loss of head at the entrance of the pipe as 0.5 into V square by 2G. So you need to remember this formula for taking the problem when you're taking the problems. If a pipe is connected to a reservoir or a tank, there will be some loss of head at the inlet of the pipe. So that formula is given by HI equal to 0.5 V square by 2G. Okay. So similarly, if there is a pipe with at the exit of the pipe, nothing but if loss of head due to the velocity of liquid at outlet of the pipe, which is either dissipated either in the form of jet or in the last next to the pipe, one more reservoir if it is connected. But if a pipe is again connected to one more tank, there will be some loss in the exit of the pipe. So that exit of the pipe is denoted by H naught equal to V square by 2G. Okay, so this V is the velocity of the fluid in the pipe here also. V is the velocity of the fluid in the pipe. Okay, so this is the loss of head at the exit of the pipe. So at the inlet, if the pipe is connected to a reservoir or tank, at the inlet there will be some loss which is calculated as HI equal to 0.5 V square by 2G. Similarly, if the pipe is at the exit also, if it is connected to a tank or if it is not connected, if it is coming in the form of a jet, there will be some loss because of that change in velocity. So H naught is nothing but at the outlet. You can remember it is as outlet. At outlet of the pipe, H naught equal to V square by 2G. Loss of head at the outlet of the pipe is V square by 2G, where V in both the cases is velocity of the fluid in the pipe. Okay, next type is loss of head due to an obstruction in the pipe. If there is some obstruction kept in a pipe inside the pipe, actually we don't keep anything. Suppose if there is kept anything, what happens? The cross-sectional area of the pipe will be reduced, right? So because of that, what happens? There will be the area generated. There will be velocity will be reduced because of the obstruction, and the area, cross-section area of the pipe will be reduced. So there will again a concept called as vena contacta will come, like where you see the orifice, same thing it will be seen here. So velocity at the vena contacta is very important, but where the obstruction is kept, there the velocity will be changed. So that velocity is taken as vena contacta velocity, right? So whenever there is an obstruction in the pipe, the loss of energy takes place due to reduction of area of the cross section. Okay. So in between the pipe, if you keep something, what happens? The cross sectional area reduces. So because of that, what happens? The energy loss takes place here, right? So what happens there? There is a sudden enlargement of the area of the flow beyond the obstruction, due to which loss of head takes place. Right, so the formula for this is as this one, Vc minus V square whole square by 2G, this formula, or we can use this one if Cc value is given to us. Okay, so better to remember always the last one, because definitely if an obstruction is given, definitely will give the Cc value, right? So V square by 2G into A by Cc into A minus A. So here if you see, capital A is the area of the pipe, small a is the area of the obstruction. What the obstruction is kept there, the area will be given to us. That's area. Minus 1 under the whole square. So this is a formula. So please copy this formula for obstruction in a pipe. Loss of head due to an obstruction in the pipe. Okay, last two more are left, that is loss of head due to bends and loss of head due to some fittings. Okay, after this, if you copy this, we'll take that two also formulas. Right. So next we have loss of head due to bend in a pipe. If there is a bend in the pipe, there will be some losses again, since the velocity of the flow is again changed there because of the bend. So the formula is taken as HB, but loss of head because of the bend is denoted by HB is equals to KV square by 2G. So mostly this will be neglected in the problems because bends are common. And if in problems is asking about anything about this bending in pipe, definitely you should give the coefficient of bend there. So when coefficient of bend is given to us, at that time only we can use the loss of head due to bends there. So HB equal to KV square by 2G. So where K is the coefficient of the bend. So similarly, if there are any pipe fittings like walls, couplings, tabs, anything else will be there, extra fittings will be there in between the pipes. So if any fittings are there, so what happens there also, because of the cross-sectional area change, the velocity will be changed. And there also some loss of head will be produced because of the change in the velocities. So here the pipe fittings, for pipe fittings also the same formula, H equal to KV square by 2G, where K is the coefficient of pipe fittings. Okay, so these are all the 7 types of minor losses which you have seen. So that is loss of head because of the sudden contraction, loss of head because of the sudden expansion. Next, what you have seen, loss of head because of the entrance of the pipe, loss of head at the entrance of pipe, loss of head at the exit of the pipe, loss of head because of an obstruction in the pipe. At last, we have seen loss of head due to bend in pipe, loss of head in various pipe fittings because of the pipe fittings. So totally 7 types of minor losses are there, where the head loss is reduced because of these 7 things. Okay. So in everywhere, if you see, there will be change in velocities. Because of that change in velocities, there will be head lost. Right. So now what we'll do, we'll take the problems on this. Okay. Right. So we can copy this question. So if you see this diagram, you can see there is one tank which is connected to a pipe. So I said, when a pipe is connected to any tank, what happens at the inlet, there will be some loss because of this. So that is called as loss of head at the inlet of the pipe. Okay. So some problems, what he'll tell that it is given to the atmosphere, so it is not connected to anything. So no need to take the exit loss there. Nothing but at outlets, we cannot take any loss there. Suppose if this pipe is again connected to some tank or something, so at that time we need to take inlet loss here and outlet loss here. So 2 things should be considered. Okay. Please take the question. A horizontal pipeline of 40 meter long is connected to a tank. So he's telling the pipe length. So full pipe length is telling from here to here. It is 40 meter long, connected to a water tank at the end, at one end, and discharges freely into atmosphere at the other end. So other end, it is freely discharged. So for the first 25 meters of the length from the tank, the pipe is 150 mm diameter. So for the first 25 meters, the pipe's diameter is 150 mm. Okay. And its diameter is suddenly enlarged. So its diameter is suddenly enlarged to 300 mm. So diameter at the second section is 300 mm. The center of, the height of water level in the tank is 8 meters above the center of the pipe. So he's telling that the water in the tank is 8 meters above the center of the pipe. So this, you can take it as datum line. Because since we are using our Bernoulli's equation, we need to know the datum line for finding Z1, Z2. Since it is uneven heights, we'll get Z1, Z2, Z3, everything. Okay. Considering all losses of head which occurs, determine the rate of flow. Take F equal to 0.01 for both sections of 5. What is this F? Anyone can tell what is this? F equal to 0.01. Where we have seen this F. So what is telling, you can see, considering all losses. What is the meaning of all losses here? Is it only minor loss? All losses comes means it is both. We have to take frictional losses, that is major losses, as well as minor losses. So major losses is nothing but only friction loss. So that's why he has given the friction factor. So friction loss, how we'll calculate HF equal to 4FLV square by 2GB is the formula for finding the frictional loss. So